everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where you boys always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock, and today we're going to be talking about everything MLB, everything baseball, potentially clinching scenarios for the Toronto Blue Jays. Very exciting stuff.
Very exciting stuff, guys. We're at that magic number. It's really, really small. 4 games for the Toronto Blue Jays. So 4 Blue Jays wins, 4 Orioles losses, and we got it. I'm feeling hella confident. I just don't see a reality where we actually don't make playoffs.
Yep, smack all the wood in your house, man. I don't need that clip coming back to bite us in the ass, you know?
But can you imagine if it did happen?
Do you know how many people would be sending us that one cutout clip? You know, it's just I don't need that in my life.
You know how many angry people there will be? I think everyone's gonna be able to everyone's gonna be like, sell the team. This team's garbage.
I truly believe if that was to happen, I don't even know how many games we have left. Like somewhere in the 9 games. Yeah. Wow, okay, 9 games, so hardly anything, right? That would truly be. I think you win 2 or that's about it. Yeah.
Literally, what would have to happen is
maybe you win none actually, because Baltimore
you win none and they need to win. Yeah, if we win none and they only
need to win
lose
at least 6.
Yeah.
So that would be a horrible cataclysmic disaster.
Yeah, it would be.
If that transpired, guys. We didn't want to continue talking about that, put that in the universe anymore, because that would just be absolutely awful. So we are looking pretty good. I'm liking everything that's happening, and I mean last week we got off to, I think, like a good start, and then it was like kind of a bad second half with 2 games losing to the Rays, but then they kind of they rebounded a bit there.
Well, I think we predicted it. We split the whole week, right? Like we split with the Phillies. We lost the first 2 in Tampa. That was looking really, really bad.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you saw the thumbnail here, but Whit Merrifield smacking homers.
Right.
Some great pitching from Ross Stripling, and we end up winning the next 2 and split in Tropicana Field, which before this series we had a 390% career win percentage against the Rays. So the fact that we split in a playoff race against the Rays shows me that yes, we can put up and fight the Rays. We can have a chance, and it's not an easy series for the Rays in a 3-game series, a 5-game series, or a 7-game series.
Right. I will say though, I don't want to be going back to Tropicana Field.
No.
I don't want to have to deal with that.
No.
Do we even play the Rays anymore? We're
done. With the Rays.
So
unless it's the wild card.
I'm honestly good with not going back to Tropicana Field this season.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. Tampa Bay, you can stay over there. You can come to us. You can play us in Toronto if you want. But I don't want to be going over there.
Look, right now we have 2 games over the Tampa Bay Rays in the wild card race, or plus 2.5 for the number 1 spot. So I absolutely love it. Unless we have a bit of a sad week in the, I guess, a sad next 9 games, and the Rays start kicking ass. That's the only way that they're going to really take over that spot. I feel good that we're going to lock down this first spot. I do. We're going to predict it later in the show this upcoming week, but I still feel really good.
We're in definitely the driver's seat right now. I mean, I haven't looked ahead at who Tampa Bay is facing, whether or not they're at home, whether or not they're away. That's definitely something to consider. But I mean, from a Blue Jays standpoint, we do get New York a bit. We get Baltimore a bit. Who else do we get?
So we get Boston this weekend. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Boston. I mean, let's
done.
clean up there. Let's clean up there.
Yeah.
Baltimore, sure, that'll be kind of difficult, but I mean, it's definitely not a confirmed L or anything. Yankees will be tough.
Yankees are definitely going to be tough.
And we'll get to all of that soon. But what do the Rays have?
The Rays have the Cleveland Guardians, who are on fire right now.
They actually blew me away, dude.
Yeah.
They made the power rankings, and I just was not expecting it at all. I looked at their record. I was like, holy shit. What? Because people keep asking us, right? People keep saying, well, who do you want to play in that wild card series? Who do you want to deal with?
Yeah.
And our consensus answer for a month, 2 months now, maybe even the whole season, has been whoever wins the AL Central, we don't care. I'm starting to care a little bit. They literally have the same amount of wins that we have.
Yes.
So they're just not any different from us anymore, and I don't think I want to deal with that.
Stephen Kwan on the Guardians, I have him in fantasy. Thank God he popped off. He won Player of the Week this week.
Okay.
He was just popping off like crazy. He's hot at their leadoff hitter. Their pitching is unreal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do want to face him anymore, especially on the road. So my preferred matchup now has shifted, as it always will shift, is Tampa Bay Rays at the Rogers Center.
Yeah. It might be that. Might honestly have to be that. or honestly, like Seattle's been pretty icy as of recently.
They have been pretty icy.
Again, I wouldn't be too super happy about it, but as long as we're at the Rogers Center, like that's what I need right
Number
now.
one wild card. That's it. I need. That's it.
That's
and
what I need.
so yeah, they have the Cleveland Guardians, and then 3 games against the Houston Astros. Okay. So that'll be tough. And then they get the Boston Red Sox to cap it off, and they're all the way.
So I mean, I think that their last 9, you know, you could argue is just maybe a tiny bit harder than ours. Right?
I think so.
It's definitely competitive.
So
like, you know, we can't guarantee that they're going to lose, but I definitely don't think that, you know, it's a cakewalk there or anything for them. So that's good to know. We're definitely in the driver's seat going for that freaking number 1 wild card spot. Let's, before we go and look ahead, take a look at what we did this past week. What were some notable players? Who did well and who didn't do well?
Well, let's start off with the top of the lineup. George Springer, Bo Bichette. They are continuing to do well, so we gotta, you know, honor that. They're doing a great job. Springer 8 for 24, the .333 batting average with a 1.101 OPS. Nice. Bo Bichette, a little cold on the slugging time side of things, but still getting hits. 8 for 27. Teo. He popped off this week, and thank God. We needed him.
Yeah, needed that.
He was dropping a lot in the order. Matt Chapman's hitting over him, which I still like. I think Matt Chapman's been the most consistent player, Blue Jay, since the beginning of the second half of the season. But Teo went 9 for 24. Let's see here. 2 home runs, 4 doubles, OPS of 1.215.
That is a pretty phenomenal week right there.
Yeah,
for sure.
We definitely need it, especially because our outfield depth has been kind of lacking. I mean, George was hurt. Now he's getting a little bit back into rhythm, it looks like. And now that Teo's back, Lourdes is coming back soon, though. Yeah, there was a tweet today. Actually, let me flip over to it here.
Yeah, 100%.
There was a tweet here by Keegan Madison. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is hitting. Let me just confirm that y'all can see, because this always happens. Great. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is hitting, throwing, and about to start running, but not on the bases yet. Blue Jays hope to get him back into the games before the season ends. Base running will be final hurdle.
Yeah.
Is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. really crucial for this ball club to have a more competitive team in the postseason?
I mean, absolutely, if you're using the term more competitive. I don't want to go so far to say that it's like he's so critical that, you know, like he is going to be the make or break difference between us moving on and not moving on, because we're seeing right now it's like we're doing fine without him.
Right.
But obviously I would like to have him. Granted, I mean, having him out allowed somebody like a Whit Merrifield to really do well this past series, past week. Now, I definitely don't want that to continue. I am the biggest Lourdes Gurriel Jr. supporter in the world, and I want him for postseason. Just give me all the guys possible. But, I mean, if we don't have him at 100%, I'm not going to be, you know, walking into that first series sweating, thinking it's game over.
No, but it'd be nice to get that depth because, 100%. Yes, you're right. I do, even though Merrifield did pop off this week, folks, I would prefer to see Lourdes in there. It's more comfortable.
For sure.
I know what I'm gonna get. Merrifield's only great at the Trop, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're on the road against Tampa Bay, then maybe sure.
Then,
he's got to.
I guess so, but yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think this is actually a funny point. Because of how well Merrifield did this week, if we're up against Tampa Bay Rays in the wildcard series, I think he does get a start.
It's very possible, man.
I think so,
very
right?
possible,
especially if Lourdes isn't like looking too good and coming back.
I mean, you might actually go after him.
I think so.
Like, I mean, hopefully we don't end up at Trop. Hopefully Lourdes is good to go. But yeah, like we should get some news on that very soon, and hopefully he starts running those bases within the week or so.
Yeah, I hope so. On the pitching side of things, guys, great sign to see that Berrios. Oh wait, so not Berrios. That's quite the opposite.
No.
That's quite the opposite. I'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah.
That Manoah 7-inning scoreless ball with the W. You love to see it.
Yep.
Gosman, he was getting roughed up a bit in the last 3 starts. And he had like a 5.5 and a 3 earned run. Like that was kind of his line the last 3 starts. 0 this time. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits. Stripling bouncing back from his rough performance on Sunday, bouncing back. He had a rough performance earlier in the week on it was on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But it's good to see because we need him for that wild card series. And those are kind of all the notable guys. Everyone else kind of just doing their job.
Yeah. Except for Jose Berrios, who was absolutely awful. You know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and he, it's just...
Let's talk about that.
Well, I mean, I think that we've really nailed it on the head, like, earlier this season, right? It's like, for a few months now, kind of the metaphor, the way that we're talking about Jose Berrios really does come down to rolling the dice. And there are, maybe 2 out of the 3 times where it's like you're going to get a pretty solid start. And then that last time, is just fucking god-awful. You know, 2 innings, 6 earned runs, that's just not enough. Like, we need better performances from you. And just when we were getting to a point where it's like, okay, well, maybe you're going to be the guy and I'll be okay with it in postseason. I mean, you go and you do something like that against the team that we might be up against in postseason. So how can you instill me with any confidence at all?
Yeah, I don't. He's like, for sure he's not starting in a 3-game.
No.
I actually had a friend that said I really want him to start this weekend. Was like, oh, I really think Berrios should get a start because he gives you length. But it doesn't matter when in one in every 3 starts, it's like you're not going to get length and you're going to be already losing the game.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I disagree because it's like he gives you length if he doesn't completely lose you the game.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like I just don't think that the juice is worth the squeeze on that one. Like, I think it's starting to become the conversation where it's like, even if we win that 3-game series, now we're in the 5-game series. Game 4, I consider, you know, making that maybe even a bullpen day.
Well,
like,
yeah,
I literally consider doing that.
I hear what you're saying. I think so in a game like I don't know. You don't want to. I think you have to give him the start and like give him like a limit. Or
I don't know, man, because I don't think
or a quick hook or something.
I think the thing with Jose Berrios is it's not that like when he gets roughed up, it happens in the 1st or 2nd inning.
Yeah,
like it's not like he can go one time through the order and then he gets roughed up. So it's like it's not like you can make him the opener because that's when the crucial time is, you know. So I'd actually be I would be too concerned. Like if this is a game where we need to win to stay alive or game to move on, like I would truly consider like throwing in like some sort of amalgamation of guys that like we can just because I just don't trust him.
I know, but I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But I feel like if we get in that situation, when it comes time for postseason, we're gonna be pulling guys early anyways. Like that's just the postseason strategy nowadays. Everyone does it. So we're gonna be pulling guys early in the 5th, and then we're gonna have like 4 innings of like all of our elites going off like as many times as possible. Now, if you have that bullpen day, guess who you're gonna pitch?
I like,
you know what I mean?
I understand, yeah.
Kikuchi.
It's really hard for me to get behind a guy who's got like a 5.5 ERA starting a postseason game.
I know, but like,
you know?
this is the problem, though.
We gotta. That's the thing. Like, I don't know who would do the bullpen day. I don't know how that would work. But if I was John Schneider, I would seriously start to consider, okay, how can I work something together, like what sort of guys can do what in you know how many innings, blah blah blah, whatever you need to do, figure it out and come up with some sort of backup plan there because he's just gonna get fucking rocked.
Well, 1 every 3 days he's gonna get rocked. You know, and that's the thing, right? And that's maybe we play it by ear. If our bullpen's safe, we do it. But if there's no one else, we might have to roll with them. And also shout out John H for the donation. Thank you so much. He says, what's going on, McKinnon Brothers? Hope is all is well. Do you think the Blue Jays have what it takes to defeat the big bad Yankees today? We're going to get into that.
Yeah. Stay tuned, John. Like we're going to break down that entire series, this game especially, the whole week for the Blue Jays, and talk like wins, losses, runs scored, all that shit. So we're definitely getting there, dude. But thank you so much for that dono.
Thank you.
With that being said, let's move on, transition. It is that time of the week, everybody, where we have to announce the most coveted of awards, the J of the Week.
Right. We already mentioned him, folks. Take your guesses in the chat right now. I'll give you about like 3 beats. Take your guesses right now. I think y'all might know who it is. It's Whitmer. Let's go, Whitmer. Let's go.
There it is, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, did not really expect him to be winning too many J of the Weeks, but like definitely well earned. And I mean, had Whit Merrifield not been in the lineup, yeah, it very easily could have been a 1. Well, actually, no. I mean, like Springer Dinger did pop off.
Springer popped
in the last game. But I mean, like he basically like single-handedly won us that 3rd game in Tampa. Which was pretty crucial, and we definitely needed that one. So like, shout out to Whit Merrifield.
Yeah, and obviously Teo did really well too. Like there were so many guys, but like the 3 home runs. He goes 6 for 18. It's a .333 batting average. 6 RBIs, 4 runs scored. Just being a great guy to come off the bench, basically. Yeah. Quote unquote. He started games, but he came off our bench replacing Lourdes Gurriel Jr., providing that offense in a critical series. So good job, Whit. Good job.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we need from those bench people. Some contributions. I don't expect this every week, but like definitely nice to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's transition to something completely different from all of this. There was a really interesting article that came out today that I just wanted to highlight. I think ever since Shohei Ohtani entered the league, there has been a deep fascination with him. And rightfully so. I mean, he is, in my opinion, the best player in baseball right now. Just the most complete and overall guy that you can have on your team, literally playing 2 positions. I don't. You make an argument to me. I'd love to hear what you have to say about that, but I think that's pretty fucking what it is. This guy, though, there is a 16-year-old over here who might just be even more than that, because not only is he a pitcher and a hitter like Shohei Ohtani, but he also switch hits and switch pitches, which is just kind of insane.
Yeah. It is a really interesting story. Like, I've heard in the past of, like, switch pitchers.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, some switch hitters, too. But, like, who's going to be the one that's going to break out? Is it going to be this guy, Max Charles?
Yeah.
But, like, you can do it, but can you do it at an MLB level? I think he's going to get, obviously, a lot of attention for doing it. But just looking at here, like, his 88-mile-per-hour fastball, 87-mile-per-hour fastball as a lefty. I mean, it's like, that's okay.
But he's 16.
He is 16.
You know, it's like
maybe he adds like 5 more.
That's the thing. You know, like
2-3
years from now when he's 19, like that's throwing 88 and 87 when he's 16. Like that is pretty impressive. You know?
Yeah. You know, it is definitely upper there. It is definitely upper class. But I don't know. Like, again, you got to see it. I got to like be able to see it. Him to be drafted, him to gain those mile per hours, and actually do it in the minors to get some attention. Yeah, he's got to be drafted.
Oh, 1,000. I mean, like this is just one of those scenarios where it's like, like you just need to draft him.
You just have to
because it's one of those things where it's like, well, if this guy does actually hit, you now have like maybe the best player of all time ever.
Just imagine that. You never have to worry about matchups.
No.
Ever.
He just switches.
he just
switches. You know, it's like whatever that guy's good against, I don't do that. Yeah. You know, it's like I'll just do the other thing and it's fine, right? It's like it truly is like if you're capable of doing it at a, at least decent level, then you could very easily become the most dominant player in the league.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
like I just thought that was really cool, guys. There is a unicorn player in Max Charles. Could be the next Shohei Ohtani and
but
then
better.
some.
Yeah. But better.
The Shohei Ohtani, but more. Which seems crazy to say.
Yeah, I'd say add some meat, add some miles per hour, and you got it, kid.
Yeah, 100%. By the time that guy's 20, guaranteed he's throwing 92, 93.
All right,
it's gonna happen. Shout out to Alana there with the $13.99 donation. Thank you so much. Although you were not live, I got a dono for the dual Springer dingers. And yeah, there was in fact 2 of them yesterday, guys. Springer was popping off. We're going to talk about him and the offense as a whole going up against those Yankees today and like this series. So that's going to be kind of crazy. But thank you so much, Elena, for that dono.
Thank you.
Let's get to the power rankings, folks. Yes. It's time to rank the ball clubs. Coming in at number 10, we got the San Diego Padres, 85 and 68. I mean, they're still there. They're doing it. They're not excelling really at anything. Juan Soto's been kind of bad. But you still got Manny Machado being a lead at stuff, and I definitely wouldn't write them off completely, although I don't necessarily love their postseason chances.
Yeah, I mean, they actually remind me of like a lesser us over there in the NL. So, yeah, I mean, they might be done in the wild card series, and I just wouldn't be surprised.
It's possible, yeah. I definitely wouldn't be surprised.
Up against Atlanta? Yeah. That's where they're positioned right now.
That is the thing. Yeah, it's tough. It's going to be a tough one for sure, but, like, don't totally sleep on them. Yeah. Number 9 is the Tampa Bay Rays. I think they dropped a little bit from last week's ranking, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they did.
They are good. They're good. And what I wrote down here was home field advantage. Like, I think it really put in perspective for me, like, how much better they are at home than they are away. And that's good, but coming into postseason where you are right now, you're not really going to be at home a whole lot, right? Like, if you were number 1 in all of the AL, maybe you'd be higher on these rankings because then I'm like, oh shit, everyone's going to have to go through there. Like, the road to the World Series is through Tropicana, but it's just not.
It's not. And they haven't been doing that good as of late, and obviously they're lower than we are because they were 4 and 6 in the last 10, and we literally, again, like you said, they have a good home field advantage. Oh, we split. And then the week before, we beat you. Right. So it's like, okay, well, then you don't deserve it. Like, you are the secondary team to the Toronto Blue Jays. You little son of a guns.
That's right.
We can officially say that we're better than the Rays.
Yeah. Let's knock on the wood, everyone. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves. 9 games still to play, but like for right now, anyways, we're doing pretty good. Number 8 is the Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah.
I wrote down here WTF 86 dubs because like that came out of nowhere for me.
Dude.
I actually just kind of glossed over the AL Central whenever I looked at the standings. I just didn't really look at it because it was always like Twins and Guardians for a bit. But I guess the last month has just been Cleveland.
Dude, they've been taking off. Yeah, like they have a 10-game lead over the White Sox. Remember like 2 weeks ago it was like 3 games?
That's the thing.
Now it's 10 games.
Yeah.
And they're hot. Like I said before earlier in this show, Stephen Kwan, player of the week. Their pitching is elite. Yeah. So they're actually, not an easy cakewalk anymore. No, they're a team to be feared.
Definitely
in the
not. They are getting hot at the right time.
Exactly.
So there you go, number 8. Number 7 is the Toronto Blue Jays. There we are. Now we haven't lost a single series since August 28th.
That's crazy.
That's nice. All of September has either been a tie or either been a W for the Blue Jays as far as series goes. That's what I like to see when we go into postseason. It's hard to get knocked out when you're not losing series.
Exactly.
Actually, it's kind of fucking impossible.
Exactly.
So that's nice.
And hopefully we lock down that wild card spot, pick up some W's, especially against the Yankees, Boston, and Baltimore. We got to be able to do that.
Yeah. Number 6 is the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, they're actually a little bit colder as of recently. 8-9 in their last 17. So I was on the verge of, like, putting us ahead of them. I didn't end up doing that because, I still kind of like them a bit more than us. But it's something to note. It's like if they continue to struggle, like, I'm not as high on them going into postseason as I was a few weeks ago.
But I still trust their team. They got a great lineup, great pitching staff, and I think they're going to do some magic, especially in that wild card series, because right now they're matched up against Phillies, or it'd be San Diego. Like, it's going to be one of the two.
Yeah.
And I think they can easily handle them.
For sure. Number 5 is the New York Yankees. Arguments can once again be made for them to be higher on this list because they've won 15 out of their last 19.
They're hot now.
Obviously, Aaron Judge, he's on that freaking hunt right now to get to that magical number, break the Yankees record. It's all well and good in Yankee land. And hopefully they don't annihilate us this week, too.
Yeah, I got a good feeling they might because, they're on a 7-game win streak right now.
They're very good.
It's scary.
Yeah, they're very, very good. Number 4 is the Atlanta Braves. I finally caved. The Mets are higher than them. They're number 3, so that's what's happening right now. Literally, what it was for me was Spencer Strider on the IL.
Yeah, they lost him.
He's gone. That's definitely a big L, and the fact that it's like we are getting closer, guys. If you're going to win that division, like, it's now.
Yep.
So, I just dropped him. It's about time.
Yeah.
But,
but still, best wild card team.
Very, very good. Yeah, Atlanta Braves, very, very good. And Spencer Strider, I think, should be back for postseason.
Yeah, that's the word.
That should be what's going on there, but definitely something to monitor. And once again, New York Mets, number 3. They're really good and awesome. Yo, you hear the rumors? Jacob deGrom, Texas Rangers. Off-season, gonna opt out, could go to Texas.
Oh, wow. Is he from Texas?
I don't know, but there was a big article about it. I know that Ballcap did a video on it. Robbie Hyde did a video on it recently. It's like, I kind of missed it at the time, but it's like, apparently somebody was writing a speculative article, and like, who knows, maybe it could happen.
Oh, man. It's possible. It's possible.
It is possible. Texas would be the team. They lost out on Kershaw. Let's just go get us some Jacob deGrom instead.
What is that team?
It's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. You want to get paid, you go to Texas. Number 2 is the Houston Astros. 101 W's for the Astros. Not a whole lot to say there. Not even going to hang on to this for very much longer. Because number 1 is the LA Dodgers.
Yeah.
They have 106 W's. And what really blew me away was not even the W's that they have, but it was the fact that they have 47 losses. And I think just like looking at that number,
that's
like
crazy.
Put it in perspective for me, like, wow, it's like they haven't even lost 50 games yet. That's kind of dumb.
And they might not. Oh my god, I'm literally looking at their schedule. They already have they have it all here because they're all locked in. But they might not because look, they have San Diego for 3 games, and then they have Colorado for oh my god, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 games. They might not lose a single more game.
They might literally not lose 50 games. Yeah, because it's like they got 9 more there, and 6 of them are against a team that's not even remotely close to thinking about baseball.
Oh my god, they're gonna win. They could win 100 112, 113, easy.
Yeah,
wow.
100%, dude,
Wow.
100%. This is a very good ball team right now, man. Like, this is a really good ball club. So they're obviously number one, guys. Bet on them to win the World Series.
Yeah.
It will probably pay off.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, everybody, let's take a look at these Blue Jays and what they have going on for the week ahead.
Woo!
Tough stuff, tough sledding.
It is for the first part at least.
Yeah.
We've got the New York Yankees starting tonight, a 3-game series at the Rogers Center. Yankees obviously hot, like we just said, won 7 in a row, 15 of the last 19 they've won. They're a good team right now. Tonight, we've got Gausman up against Severino. That's a big matchup. Severino's back. He's good, 3.36 ERA. Tuesday, we've got Jose Berrios, or maybe fourth guy in the postseason, with a 5.27, up against Tyone, 3.90 ERA. And Wednesday, we have Mitch White. He's going to be starting. It's not confirmed, but it looks like that's where we're trending again.
Right.
We need him to start. We don't have a fifth guy. He's the guy up against Garrett Cole, 3.49 ERA. Yeah, this series, I think we haven't lost a series in September. I'm going to say this is going to be our first loss. It's just look, we've been decent. Last week we had some tough matchups, of course, but the Yankees are just hot.
Yeah.
We don't have our best pitching.
Are we at Rogers Center? Or
we are at Rogers Center.
Okay, I mean that's positive, but still, I don't know if it's enough.
Cole, Tyone, Severino, all sub-4 ERA guys up against Berrios and White, who are literally 4th and 5th. This smells like 2. We lose 2, we take 1.
Probably.
It would have to be tonight.
It would have, yeah. I mean, I think that we got to win tonight, guys.
We got to win tonight.
We got to win tonight, or it's like there could be some bad mojo going on.
I don't want to be swept.
No.
Like I don't want to even lose series, but I definitely don't want to be swept.
No, because at least if we take 1 or like don't get swept, it's just like okay, like we know that we're not gonna pitch. Hopefully, Berrios and White in the fucking postseason.
No.
You know,
I mean, maybe.
See, that's the problem.
Well, we keep coming to this, and this is something we got to address in the offseason. We're not going to talk about it too much, but we do got to get more pitching. It's like every season, more pitching, more.
Like, why can't you just be good, Berrios? Like, it's just like
frustrating.
Why? Like, why can't you just be good? We lose 2, we take 1. That's a prediction. I hate it.
I hate it, but it is what it is. But this Boston series is going to be pretty good. We have an off day Thursday. On Friday, we start the series without Manoah, 2.31 ERA. Now, let me just say this before I roll out these pitchers. They might do some rearranging to make it all match up, but I did do the math, and Manoah would start the following Friday in the wild card series. If he started here. If he started right here, which he is lined up to do. Okay. So it all makes sense. But who knows? I don't know. They might do some weird shit.
Right.
Manoah is up against Bello, 4.39 ERA. Then we got Ross Stripling. We know he's elite, 3.16 ERA. Up against Seabold, 10.47 ERA.
Gross.
And then Gausman's back on the bump, 3.32 up against Hill, 4.81. So they got crap.
And are we at Rogers Center?
We're at Rogers Center.
Okay, see, I was actually going to say that's kind of a negative because we've dominated in Fenway Park.
Yeah, we have.
But, I mean, obviously, still nice to be home.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be, it's possible to sweep.
I'm going to say we sweep.
You're going to say it, eh?
And the reason why is because, look, we got all our best pitching. We got to get into that mindset of postseason. And I think the boys have done a good job getting into the mindset of, like, let's win now.
Right.
And coming off the Yankees series, they're going to be hungry for some W's, and we're gonna sweep, and yeah, we could be clinching postseason then. That's what I'm saying.
You know, I don't know if I'm that optimistic. Like I want to be, but I just don't know if I am. I'm gonna say that we win 2, lose 1, and
take another 3 in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's another 3 in 3 weeks, but I kind of hate that. You
know?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like
I don't think it's gonna happen because I think we're gonna get some big dick energy in that series.
I don't want a 3 in 3 week again. I want to be wrong. Make it 4 and 2, make it 5 and 1 or something. Let's go crazy.
Right.
That would make me feel so good walking the postseason. Like, like a 5 in 1 week. It'd be
my god! And beating if we could beat, we're predicting we're gonna lose, but if we could beat the Yankees,
with our
when
bad
they're hot,
pitchers,
with our bad pitchers, our offense just pops off. Barrios has his 2 out of 3 games where he's good, and then Mitch White like hangs on, and we defeat Cole.
So
my god, we sweep the whole week, 6-0, just like a lawnmower.
Yes.
Make it happen, Blue Jays.
I want it.
Make it happen.
And also too, because we have this game going on, we're not gonna be going live for it, guys. But let's just give a quick score prediction for tonight.
Okay.
What do you think? It's Gausman. It's Severino. We were just saying that it's like we gotta win this one. So, like, I'm going to go Blue Jays, but it's going to be a tough one for sure. What are we thinking here?
I'm thinking a 6-2 Blue Jays victory.
6-2, eh? I don't know if we blanket the Yankees that badly.
We're going to do it.
I think it's
if we're going to sweep the series, we got to do it.
Going to be a bit closer.
We got to kill it.
I'll say it's going to be shit. Like maybe it's going to be a lot. Maybe it's like 7-5.
Okay. There you go.
7-5 we win. Yeah.
Okay.
We like come back in the 8th or something. We're down.
Okay. We're down.
Three-run 8th inning.
Okay. Cool.
We
yeah.
win.
Well, their bullpen's not that impressive anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, we can handle them.
Yeah.
We can handle them.
Yeah. 3-run 8th inning, and we win 7-5.
That's how it's done.
Yeah.
That's how it's done, folks. All right, guys. Now it's time where we have our favorite segment of the show. You guys have probably been staring at it. If you're new, like, what the hell is that? Nick, you want to do it? You want to say it?
It is time to spin the wheel.
The spinning fortune, baseball, colorful, future determining, stat analyzing, and it's a wheel that we spin every week.
It is, in fact, a wheel that we spin every week.
That apparently isn't on.
That apparently isn't working right now.
Okay.
But,
okay,
all
cool,
right, well,
thanks.
Don't worry about it then, guys. We'll just spin it over here and you guys you guys can see it. Usually we have a camera that looks at it, but either way, rough going for Team Nick, guys. We're just playing for the tie at this point. I am not, exactly, Ratchet. I am no longer capable of winning. Adam took 2 categories last week. I took 1. I am still capable of tying, but it would require back-to-back sweeps because we're gonna do it this week. We're gonna do it next week. So I do. We gotta pop off. Yeah, I literally gotta pick perfect right now, and I mean, like,
it is your week.
It is my week.
Yeah.
I can't have ERA come up when it's yours to choose. Because it's just like I think
game over.
That's the thing. Like, I think I've been getting very unlucky with that category. Like I think you've managed to get Manoa on that like a lot of times. You know?
I've been and in back of my mind, it's like I'm always like with the offensive categories, I'm willing to like let you take some of them. Because then I know for pitching, it's like you gotta pick Gosman for K's. Yeah. And you gotta pick Manoa for ERA.
It really, it's come down to it where it's like those are the guaranteed locks where it's like you just need to have them. So we'll see what happens here, guys. I'm hoping for some fun categories. Maybe we've been missing out on a few of them. Yeah. But let's see if we can get some interesting ones, guys. Let's spin this thing.
Let's see what we get here.
What we're gonna get. You're gonna have to tell me what it is because I can't actually see it.
I got it. It's coming, and it's gonna be Worst J. There's a fun one.
Wow, okay. That is a pretty fun one, actually. So for this category, just to throw it in the universe so we don't have to deal with it later, we have to pick a player that will play.
At least 15 ABs.
Yeah. At least 15 ABs, and then it's subjective. Then it's literally just fucking subjective, and like we'll get someone else to look at it. So. For this one, I don't feel like I need to go first on this one. I'll let you take it and do whatever you need to do.
All right, Worst J. I didn't get any of the crap guys from last week, but they never play, so I just don't do it.
Yeah, the problem is you kind of need to just like pick a starter and just hope that they're bad.
Well, Vladdy was bad, but I just can't pick Vlad for Worst J. Vlad was the worst of all of the like main starters. He had a 466 OPS, 4 for 27. I even highlighted 9 strikeouts this week. It was bad. But it's like any week he could just be Vlad again. You know, I can't pick him.
Right.
So I think I gotta go. Is Merrifield's Mike? No, this is tough. This is real tough. Teo's been hot. I can't ever pick Kirk. Springer's been hot. You know what? I'm going to go Merrifield and hope that he gets playing time.
Okay.
Because I feel like he will. You know, Lourdes isn't back yet. He will get ABs. He had 18 this week.
Right.
I feel like now that he's hit the 3 home runs, he will get playing time, and he's not going to do it.
Okay. All right. You're going Merrifield, hoping that he gets the playing time.
I'm really going opposite of the J of the week here, guys.
And is this one of those ones where it's like you have to pick the same? Like
the same player. Oh yeah, I should have put a fucking pitcher.
Yeah, like could I have picked White or something?
Yeah, you guys. No, we kicked it. Remember we made that rule.
Okay.
Fuck.
I wasn't sure if this was one of them that we did that for.
Sorry. Oh, that's so true. I should have went Mitch White or Berrios. I should have went Mitch White. Damn it.
Yeah, Mitch White would be clear.
That'd have been great.
Shoot. Okay, so you're going Merrifield. Man, I really don't know what to do here, right, guys? It's tough
Could go Biggio.
Yeah, but did he play last week?
He usually plays.
How much time did Biggio get, guys? Can we take a very quick break? Can we look on Baseball Reference, see how much Biggio got? This is kind of important. I need to sweep here. I will pick... If Biggio got more than 15 ABs last week, I will pick Biggio.
Okay. Just give us a moment here, folks.
We gotta do some research, guys.
Come on. Boom.
How many did you get, Biggio?
It's loading. Oh, he barely played. It's because Mitch White or Merrifield. Yeah, so he didn't get it.
Oh, damn it.
Gotta pick an elite.
Oh my god, yeah, I gotta pick an elite. Fuck. God, you know what? I'll go. I'm gonna go Matt Chapman.
Okay, Matt Chapman.
Matt Chapman had a pretty bad week. He went 3 for 18. He did hit for some power.
Still
but
812 OPS. You know?
Yeah, he can strike out a lot too, and it's all subjective. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We are back at the Rogers Center. You know, that's where he pops off.
Well, whatever, man. I gotta pick someone. So it's gonna be Matt Chapman.
All right.
So I will go first for the next 2 categories, everybody. Let's see what this one's gonna be. Give me ERA starters.
And runs.
Okay, so they've been fucking with shit right now. Who's leading off now?
It is still George Springer.
And
it's now Bichette, then Vlad.
And
for
Vlad.
runs, Springer had 5. Shockingly, T.O. had 8. I think that's because Merrifield was sitting behind him, driving him in.
Right.
So, but yeah, Vlad had 2. Springer had 5. Bichette 3. Kirk 3. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to trust the process and go with George Springer.
Yeah, that's very fair.
And just hope that he stays healthy and gets the runs.
And I'm going to go with the next best one, which is Mr. Bo Bichette.
That does seem like the right selection.
There we go. All right, last category.
All right, everybody, last one. We need to sweep ERA starter. ERA starter.
Oh, it just missed. It's worse Jay again. Okay, we can do it again. We're going to do it again. It was almost ERA starter.
Give it to me. I want it.
Come on. It's passing it, and it's now an OPS. Yes.
God
go
damn
anyway.
God damn.
I don't need to remind. Oh, actually, I will remind you. Obviously, Merrifield led the team in OPS, but
yeah,
who knows? Teo at a 1.2. Springer with a 1.1. Next best was Chapman 8.12. Everyone else kind of just sucked. Kirk 7 times. 9.
God damn it. They're all so, like OPS is such a... I hate this one, you know? It's I hate this one. Because I think all of the times that we've gotten it,
OPS have been so low.
They've been we both always pick Vlad and Kirk, and then it's 550 to 600.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly,
it's what the fuck is this? You know, God, I don't. I just never know. Teo, give me Teo.
All right, Teo it is.
Whatever.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with Bo Bichette. I gotta trust that he's still getting hits, not for power, but you gotta trust the power is gonna come back, and Bo Bichette's gonna be one of the hotter players. I could have went Springer, but I'm gonna go with Bo.
There you go. I mean, it's kind of 2 birds with 1 stone. If he gets a home run, you also get something in the runs category as well. So
I just need 1 category from you, and then I win this year.
That would be what it is.
That's all I need, guys.
All right, everybody. That is the Blue Jays Today show. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and watching along with us. We're not going to be going live tonight. We've got to talk about when we're going to be going live for this week, for what games, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill, but we'll definitely be live at some point. And I'm sure other content will be on the way, some clips, some other podcasts, some stuff definitely will be coming out. So stay tuned for all of that. And folks.
Yeah, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, it's $3 a month to become a Patreon member. We got to get a Patreon member for this Friday, I feel. You know, it's the final wine on wine before the postseason. Let's get it. So guys, if you're a Patreon member, let us know in the chat. Come on our show. And thank you so much for watching.
And
go Jays go!